The candles were flickering, casting a warm glow across the living room. Mark and Sarah were sitting close, lost in conversation. They'd been dating for a year, and tonight felt different, more special. He reached for her hand, and she leaned in closer. Suddenly, the door creaked open. Standing in the doorway was Emily, Sarah's older sister. Her eyes widened, and a blush crept up her neck. "Oh my God," she blurted out. "I am so sorry. I thought you guys were out." Mark and Sarah scrambled apart, both flustered. "Emily, what are you doing here?" Sarah asked, trying to regain her composure. Emily shuffled her feet. I kind of got kicked out." "Kicked out?" Sarah repeated, confused. "Yeah," Emily sighed. "Long story short, I had a fight with my roommate, and now I have nowhere to go. Can I please crash here for just one night?" Mark and Sarah exchanged glances. It was definitely awkward, but they couldn't just leave Emily out on the street. "Of course, you can stay," Sarah said, mustering a smile. "But you have to promise to tell us everything." Emily dragged her small suitcase into the living room, looking relieved. As she told her story about the awful roommate and the petty argument, Mark and Sarah listened patiently. They made her tea, and slowly the tension in the room eased. Later, as Emily settled onto the couch with a blanket, Sarah turned to Mark. "Well, that was unexpected." Mark chuckled. "Tell me about it. But I'm glad we could help her out." The next few days were a little strange. Emily was always around. She helped with chores, cooked dinner, and even gave Sarah some much-needed advice about her job. At first, Mark felt a bit like an intruder in his own apartment, but soon he realized that Emily's presence, while unusual, was also kind of nice. She brought a different energy into their lives, a sense of family they hadn't had before. One evening, after dinner, Emily turned to them. "You know," she said thoughtfully, "watching you two, I realize I've been doing relationships all wrong. I've been so focused on finding the perfect person that I forgot to actually connect with people and see the beauty in simplicity." She ended up staying for a few weeks until she found an apartment. It was weird at first, but ended up being a very wholesome, even helpful experience for everybody in the long run. And the story became a fond anecdote for everyone involved. Sometimes life throws unexpected curveballs, and sometimes those curveballs end up being a blessing in disguise. Of course, some questions remained. What exactly made Emily and her roommate fight so badly? And what was the source of the initial spark between Mark and Sarah? These mysteries remain unsolved, adding a touch of intrigue to this simple story. If you liked this video, like, share, and subscribe for more such amazing stories.